Welcome everyone. This is the Division 5B Championship Final, a game between the undefeated Wrecking Crew and the young upstarts from Moss City. I am Pease Del Ruiz. I'm joined by Corey Wawalski. Our first time working booth together, Corey. How's it going?
A little nervous, but excited to get started.
Awesome. If you're not nervous, you're not doing it properly, or you're very, very drunk. Production, of course, is done by Eagle at Master Control. It's the first chance I've had all night to shout him out. He's doing a bunch of good work. We have an on-field reporter and GM Coletto S. He will be interviewing the championship team and the MVP of the game once the game has completed. We're looking at Wrecking Crew, Corey. They're coming to this game 10-0, as I spoke about. They got to the finals, so they've already kind of beaten the Div 5 curse, so the undefeated team losing in the first round. But will the curse come into effect tonight?
I don't know. I think it has a good chance. I think that the fact that they haven't lost during the regular season might play against them. They haven't. Their only real adversary came in the quarterfinals against Super Saiyans, and I don't know. We'll see how they match up against Moss City, since it's their first time playing against each other. Stephen
Harpersad just won his first ever FPF championship with Fighting Flamingos in Division 6. Do you think this plays this benefit having played a game before this one started?
Definitely. As a QB, it's much easier to kind of already be in the rhythm, not start cold. I think we both know that in FPF it's very key to start well and kind of keep that pace throughout the game. The fact that he's already played, I think it's a huge advantage.
Last spring season, we saw Primetime get removed from the playoff rankings as Moss City was the one who undid them. And Primetime is, of course, the core of the Wrecking Crew team that we see today. So chance at revenge, but Moss City coming in very confident about this game as well.
Definitely, they've been really hot to end the season. I don't think there's any doubt in their minds that they can take down the #1 seed Wrecking Crew today.
Wrecking Crew seem ready. They will start on defense, and the Moss City offense will have the chance to put points on the board right away. Arnaud Desjardins, he's known for his ability to throw a wonderful deep ball as well as be able to scramble when the play breaks down. He's a tremendous athlete and oddly the tallest guy on the team. Usually you want that in your receivers, but also helpful against Wrecking Crew, who haven't had an established rusher all season long, about 5 sacks all season long, if I'm not mistaken. He starts running to begin with, and he's going to make his presence felt as he's deflagged after about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there to see that. Just kind of get him comfortable. You mentioned Harry Passard had that extra game, so this is his way of putting a stamp on the game early.
Something to think about, Arnaud Desjardins got sacked 14 times in the season. A lot of that is, of course, due to that style, that ability to roll out. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it hasn't. First play it did, and now second and about 3 yards. The ball snapped to Arnaud Desjardins, calmly delivers the ball to his snapper. It is caught, but Benoit Vanier deflagged as he was juking.
Yeah, simple zone play there by Wrecking Crew. Easy to read, right over the middle. That should be there often. And
that's the thing, we're having you in the booth, Corey. You're a more established quarterback than I am in FPF, so definitely going to defer to your knowledge when you see something. Do you think that if they get that look all game long, we'll see a big game by Benoit Vanier?
Yeah, definitely. I think Wrecking Crew's defense is much more worried about other receivers like Bruno Provencher.
The ball swatted and seems to have been intercepted by Cheyenne Stewart, but the referee indicates no, it is incomplete. Sorry, Corey, you were saying?
No problem. That was almost a huge turnover there. But no, I think that Wrecking Crew is much more preoccupied with some of the other receivers on Moss City. So I think the center could have a big game, quite put together a 10-catch, 50-yard game.
Arnaud Desjardins bringing his offense out once again in that base package. Receives the snap, looks to his right, scans back to the left, has a post open, and it was a tight window. Delivered the ball, not caught. He also had a wide open receiver on the left-hand side.
Yeah, he definitely should have came down with that one.
And we'll see, of course, how this affects Moss City the rest of the way out. But now, it being third down, they'll have a few more yards to get, of course, to keep this drive alive. The huddle breaks. Wrecking Crew's defense ready. Not looking to make too many adjustments early on, but Arnaud Desjardins ready to receive the snap from Benoit Vanier. Ball's in his hand. He immediately moves to his left. Back right, back left. And the rush finally gets there.
Not considered a sack, though.
Not considered a sack, but that's almost better because That means he cannot run on this play. So a great play by the Wrecking Crew rusher that I believe is Ivan Arredondo.
This is a big fourth down coming up.
Sorry, Vincent Blondin. And this is now fourth down. This is the first bit of adversity faced in the Division 5B final. Wrecking Crew known for their effective offense, but I will say they have the ability to close out teams on defense. We'll see if that plays a part early on. Ball thrown to the outside, and it was jumped. It was absolutely jumped on the outside, and unable to come down with the interception was Charlie Levy. But still, huge play, and now Wrecking Crew and Stephen Harpersad will take over on a turnover on downs.
No, I believe they actually got the first
Oh, they
down.
did. It's my mistake.
He caught it as it was going to the ground. It was tipped right through the hands of the Wrecking Crew defender. And
Okay. I did
on
not
the
see
outside.
that. Great catch then. Ball caught. And now it's incomplete. This time to Benoit Vanier.
Interesting enough, we were talking about him before the game, but Victor was...
Ferrari?
Yeah, he's not wearing the correct number. But he's the one that came up with that huge catch on fourth down.
For those of you who have yet to play in the final, please wear your right number in the final. It just makes our jobs a lot easier. But now, once again, moving to his left, back to his right, and back to his left. That seems to be his move. Spinning and getting deflagged as he gets close to the end zone. But right before he can get in was, of course, the running attempt by Arnold Desjardins.
I'm interested to see what kind of defense Wrecking Crew comes with here, whether they play a little bit more aggressive or stay in a loose 4-1.
Well, that's the thing. So do you think they'll play 5-man across? Do you think they'll drop one? Do you think they'll show 4-1? It looks as though they're starting in 5 across in any case. Ball to Desjardins, delivers across the back, but well defended at the back of the end zone by Josh Levine. Josh Levine, one of the better two-way talents in this division, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. He's been huge for Wrecking Crew all season. They have a nice little trio in Levine, Cheyenne Stewart, and Kevin Crusay. I don't think Levine gets enough credit. Sometimes he gets lost in the mix there.
Well, Levine's a guy who gets a lot of the dirty yards. He's not necessarily a guy who makes spectacular plays, but can turn up field at any point and scores a lot on his yaks. This time, Arnaud Desjardins looks to his right, delivers a ball, thrown behind, but it's a catch. It's a touchdown. It's here. What?
Wide open to Detilly.
Wide open to Detilly, absolutely. And there we go. It's 6-0. Threat level midnight. It's here. Touchdown. Moss City taking a quick lead.
Yeah, that's huge, taking advantage of a second chance there. 2 interceptions could have went the other way, and they were able to still score.
Yeah, and we thought the drive had all but ended, but the Moss City found a way to keep it alive, and we see a quick score. Benjamin Detilly is a guy I thought was underused in the spring season. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but for now, we see Moss City readying for the one-point convert. Trips to the right side. Desjardins looking left, has a slant wide open, bouncing off the chest, and that's why, kids, you catch with your hands and not your chest.
He looks more at ease making one-handed catches on the floor than he does on a quick slant.
Apparently, it would have been much easier for him. That's the play they got to run instead. To bounce it off someone from Wrecking Crew. That's amazing. I thought this drive was done, and instead,
Twice.
saw the play. Hadn't looked at it again on replay before I finally found out what happened. But now Wrecking Crew, instead of starting the game 0-0, they're starting the game with a 6-0 deficit. Stephen Harpersad calmly approaching snap. Snap received. Looks immediately to his snapper, Kevin Kusai. Ball behind him. Kusai unable to deliver it. Kusai delivering some wonderful treats to the broadcast team. Very much appreciated. Chocolate peanut butter. You can't go wrong.
I haven't tried one of those, but I think I'll have to get on that soon.
Yeah, we got one for you, Corey. Don't worry about that. Now 2nd and 10 for Wrecking Crew, whose jerseys are doing horrors on my eyes, by the way. Orange and white. Terrible decision. Nonetheless, Kevin Kusai readies to snap the ball. He's also pointing out the rusher, Benjamin Detilly, already having an impact in this game. He expects to be in the face of Stephen Harpersad all game as well. Harpersad catches, delivers the first window slant, juggled but still caught on the outside by Vincent Blondin.
Yeah, it looks like Moss City is going with a 2 deep, but using their halves drop deep. Corners are staying short. Those slants should be there all game if they stay in that.
Doesn't that benefit Stephen Harpersad and his ability to eat up chunks of yards at a time?
Definitely. I mean, that's the name of their offense. Just possession ball, quick, easy throws, let his receivers do the work.
And Stephen Harpersad, as he typically is, in a manageable third down, waiting for the snap. About 3rd and 5. Kusai sets, delivers the snap. Harpersad looks to his left, delivers, and ball caught by Josh Levine, able to keep both feet in as he's going out of bounds.
Tony two-tap, Antonio Brown would be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a ball I thought was going out of bounds. I thought there was no chance of catching it.
So did I. I thought it was over everybody.
But that's the thing that Harpersad does really well, is he's able to deliver balls from a sidearm delivery, 3/4, over the top of the rusher. Not the tallest guy, but honestly, he does the best with what he's got, and he's got that ability to throw around the rusher.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He doesn't have the strongest arm in the world, but he just has a nice touch that he puts on the ball.
It's always delivered to the right place on the field.
Exactly.
Harpersad, and the newly minted champion in FBF, newly minted MVP, looking to his right, delivers to Kevin Kusai over the rusher. Kevin Kusai is not a guy who's going to beat a lot of guys after he's got the ball, but steady hands, makes the catch, gains some yards.
Yeah, that's what you need out of your center. Eat up the yards, outlet pass.
Just outside the red zone, Moss City looking to lock up the defenders. We're seeing a signal for man from Moss City.
Looks like man, yeah.
Looks like it will be. I think this might actually favor Moss City, as I think they do have athletes across the board.
I agree.
Will Stephen Harpersad continue to eat them up with those slants underneath, though? That might be a challenge to the man defense, as he readies now for 1st and goal. Or sorry, not 2nd and... That was actually 2nd down and not quite goal, as the 1st down marker positioned just outside the goal line.
I think Harpersad has to look at Levine here. I think there's a little bit of a mismatch against Benoit Vanier. Nothing against him, but I would look to my best guy to come up with a big catch here.
And also just Josh Levine's physical dude, and Benoit Vanier is a little bit slighter in size, so definitely I think that's something that we may see an advantage for Wrecking Crew. Harpersad ready to receive the snap. He gets it, looks to that side, delivers to Josh Levine, and the ball tipped out of his hands. The ball slightly late. Instead of it being 6-6, it still remains 6-0 with 12 minutes left on the clock.
It's a big play by Provencher there, though.
Absolutely. Bruno Provencher has been one of the best two-way players in this division. We've seen that all season long, whether it's the fact that he caught 10 touchdowns, whether it's been his impact on defense. He's been just absolutely a monster. Kevin Kusai ready to snap the ball once again. Now we'll see how Stephen Harpersad manages this situation on this 4th down attempt. He looks immediately to his right, throws a dart, it is caught. Vincent Blondet, touchdown, and I declare bankruptcy for the defense. It's a touchdown for Wrecking Crew.
Interesting, they went right back at Provencher there.
Well, they know that their best receivers are matched up on the strong side from Moss City, so they're gonna have to take chances against the guy like Bruno Provencher, and they took that chance. It paid off, and there are times where we say he doesn't have the strongest arm, but the ball can come in quick from Stephen Harpersad. Harpersad now looking to convert take the 1-point lead. Looking to his right this time. It is caught. 1-point convert. 7-6. Great catch on that play by Xavier Lidon. That name I can't pronounce. I hope I got it right. Let's go Eldon.
Eldon. I like
Eldon, because that's how you spell it.
Let's go Eldon.
Seriously, how do you expect us to pronounce that? But anyway, Xavier Eldon, great catch. And what'd you see on that play, Corey?
Just a quick out, had the defense looking the other way. Man on man. Harpersad put it in the right window. Looked easy.
Absolutely. And now Moss City, they have an opportunity to keep the pressure on Wrecking Crew. Desjardins breaks the huddle. Has a last word with Vanier before snapping the ball. He claps, gets his hands together, looks to his left, looks back across the field, delivers a deep ball to Provencher, and it falls harmlessly to the ground.
Strange to see miscommunication in the finals. Provencher went inside. QB went outside.
Was it Desjardins being just too safe with the ball?
Maybe. Very possibly.
He did seem to take an inside line in the case of Provencher, covered by Cheyenne Stewart. I think that's a matchup that Wrecking Crew are going to want all game long.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think the athleticism of Cheyenne Stewart will definitely cause fits for Provencher.
Benoit Vanier making some last-minute adjustments on the line. He moves immediately to his right. The entire defense closes in. They're going to want to look to attack that later on because everyone on the Wrecking Crew defense closed in on the rolling Arnaud Desjardins.
Yeah, definitely. I think if he just lobbed that over, they had
He had no receiver there, though.
He had a receiver cutting to the inside. Always dangerous,
Yeah.
but I agree with you. I think they should look to come back to that.
Like if they do the same kind of thing but have a slot on the corner, they may have a big play waiting for them.
Yeah, or backside slot post.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, across the entire field. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
We see, again, that 4-1 look from Wrecking Crew. They've done that all season long. It's something that should be easy to pick apart for such an experienced quarterback like Arnaud Desjardins, but he's having his issues early in this game. In trips, he has 2 slants coming across. The third slant from the backside, it is caught. Nice play, nice catch by Benjamin Detillier.
Yeah, you can't help but stare at the middle of the field. That 4-1 defense just leaves that open, whether it's the snapper or having a slot come across. I think Arnaud Desjardins should look to utilize that as much as possible.
And so far he has been. The 4-1 maybe looking to take away the running from Arnaud Desjardins, but they can't leave that gaping hole in the middle of the field. And he gets the ball slightly snapped to his left. He runs the wheels wide open. It's delivered. It's delivered into the wall, however. I don't know why he tried to lead his receiver with so close to the end zone.
Yeah, he'll want that one back. He could have just lobbed it over to him. Didn't have to make a perfect throw.
Just fire it at his back shoulder at that point. He's wide open. The receiver can just stop running and catch the ball. So a little bit of it. I think that was just him trying to be too pretty. And again, we've seen it being odd in the back of the end zone, trying to throw it to the spot where only his receiver can get it. But in this case, just wide open receiver and unable to get it to him.
Could that be the difference between the finals and the regular season game, maybe?
Perhaps, but this is a team that's already won an FPF championship, so it is Division 5 and not Division 6 anymore. But after that quick gain by Arnaud Desjardins, they are still moving the chains.
Yeah, they've taken advantage of their second chances so far this game, so we'll see if they can keep that rolling.
And once again, to your point, Corey, completion in the middle of the field.
Yep.
They're giving it to them. And now Arnaud Desjardins throwing a quick out. And it seems to have been called incomplete. Benjamin Detillier the target again. Benjamin Detillier is a guy I was almost begging Moss City to use more of in his first season. Played elsewhere for the FPF Cup. Really established a name for himself. And now back with Moss City, he had himself a very nice little year. Whether it was the 6 sacks on defense or, seeing his involvement on offense. 12 catches these playoffs, 5 touchdowns coming into the game, and 6 if you include the one he caught tonight. Desjardins catches a low snap, looks to the back of the end zone. He had a man for a moment, couldn't set his feet to throw it, and gives up the sack to Vincent Blandin, his second of the game.
Yeah, it's a big turnover on downs for Wrecking Crew.
Go ahead.
No, sorry, I was just going to say, already with a 1-point lead, a chance to go up by 7-8 points. You can't make that mistake.
And that's the thing with Wrecking Crew. When you watch their games, I know they're 10-0, but they're not a team that really seems to blow teams out, but they completely dismantle them on both sides of the ball, where you cannot do the things you want to do. And look, they're giving Moss City an area to attack. They need to be disciplined to continue to go there. I know that ball was called out of bounds, but they got to keep attacking the middle of the field if they're going to refuse to cover it. Josh Levine now in a tight formation lined up on the outside, directly in front of Bruno Provencher. Harper-Saw catches the ball, fakes the handoff, then throws it, gets his man in space, and he's quickly deflagged. That's Vincent Blandin again, already putting his imprint on this game on both sides of the ball.
I get the sense that they were trying to bait the corner there. Take a look at Stuart Deep, but looks like nobody bought that one.
Moss City plays a very disciplined defense, so smart by Stephen Harper-Saw just to take what was there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That tackle, I believe, was Youssef Kassed making a tackle on the outside. Really smart play. But now Stephen Harper-Saw on second down, looks to receive the ball, the snap, throws the ball. It looked like it was going to Josh Levine. Instead, it is caught on the outside. Just a rocket of a throw to Charlie Levy. Charlie Levy is a name we haven't really mentioned much throughout the season, Corey, but he's had his impact on this team.
Yeah, no, I think it points to Wrecking Crew's depth and the fact that it doesn't necessarily need to be one of the big three to do damage. Harper-Saw can go to anybody, and that time it was Levy's number that was called, and he stepped up.
And it's amazing because I truly thought the ball was overthrown to Josh Levine, but it was a perfect throw actually to the outside. Harpersad looks to be in the red zone. Gets the snap, looks to his right, has a man to the back of the end zone, wide open, just couldn't get it to him. It looked actually like he was going to the slant once again to Charlie Levy, but he had Josh Levine open in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Moss City will have to keep doing that. Get Harpersad not to throw to his first and second read. Give the rusher a chance to disrupt him a bit. And I think that'll be the key for Moss City on defense.
Are you surprised that he didn't go to that read at the back of the end zone?
I am surprised, and it's right before the play. I was just going to say how it seems to Stephen Harpersad seems to favor his left a little bit more.
Leaning left, Harpersad looks to get the snap. He gets it. Looks to his right, back to his left, forces it into coverage. Quickly divided by Bruno Provencher, but a great catch by Charlie Levy. What did you see there, Corey?
Just a quick slant left. I think Harpersad put it in a place where only his receiver could get it. It would have been either a catch or incomplete, and looked good for a wrecking crew.
And the thing is, that's what he likes to do, especially against man coverage. He likes to hit the slants, and the fact that he gets the ball snapped quickly to him in a consistent location allows him to attack the slant in the first window, something a lot of quarterbacks aren't at ease doing. Harpersad is excellent at doing. As he receives the snap now on third down, attacks again that first window slant that we were just talking about. Cheyenne Stewart, he's in. It's a touchdown. That's what she said.
Huge play for Wrecking Crew. Like I said, now they have a chance to go up 8 points and really put Moss City in a hole.
Why do you think they were able to continuously attack with the slants from the outside?
I just think Moss City's playing too loose. I mean, just by looking at Provencher, they're all playing a little bit off. They're trying not to get beat behind them, but Harpersad's noticing it, taking advantage, and just putting it right in front of them.
And seems to be some miscommunication on the side of Moss City. They're basically signaling lanes. They need to stop signaling in a way that everyone knows exactly what they're doing. Harpersad catches the ball, looks to his right, goes back across the field. Kevin Kusai by himself. He's in. It's a convert. 14-6. Wrecking Crew, I know the score's close, but they seem to be in full control of this game.
Yeah, their experience is really showing. They're not phased at all. Whether Moss City shows their sign on defense or not, Harpersad doesn't care. He's running his offense regardless of what the defense is showing, and it's working so far.
Now, you show lanes, and they still manage to attack on the front of the end zone. Who's covering that cone? Bruno Provencher should be right there.
Yeah, no, I've never been a fan of lanes. It's too easy for somebody to bite on an in or an out route, and the whole thing kind of blows up.
Yeah. If one guy blows an assignment, then the whole defense falls apart.
Exactly.
And now we have Moss City back. Desjardins delivering to Detilly, this time on the left sideline, this time inbounds, and he is quickly deflagged after a 5-yard gain.
With a minute and a half left in this first half, I think this drive is huge. I think Wrecking Crew is going to get the ball back to start the second half, and Moss City needs to score here. Absolutely.
Moss City, this is as you said, a big drive. Not a need to hurry. In fact, it almost plays to their advantage to take this slowly. Desjardins looks over the middle of the field. He doesn't want to take it slowly, however. He delivers the ball. It is caught by Bruno Provencher. Touchdown.
Same page that time.
Absolutely. And this time he went, it was more of a post, but fed it to the inside where he was heading towards. Perfect throw by Arnaud Desjardins. Dropped it right on the shoulder of Bruno Provencher.
Yeah, Provencher did a great job using his body to shield out Cheyenne Stewart, not let him get a chance to make a play on the ball.
And that's the thing, Provencher, really good physical receiver. It's not just his speed, it's his ability to use his body. Really, really good receiver for Moss City. So great play there, and he's had an impact all playoff season. He's had 5 touchdowns already coming in to match Detilly's effort, and now his effort in this game matches Detilly's output for the season as well. It looks to be as though Moss City is going to be going for 2 as it scores 14-12 with 24.7 seconds left in the first half. Timeout, however, to Moss City.
Trying to come up with the perfect play, I guess.
I mean, I guess I would have thought Wrecking Crew would have taken a timeout to get 6 plays, but that's okay. I guess Moss City's comfortable giving them a free play.
Yeah, I don't know if going for 2 here is the right move, if they have the right play to call up maybe, but you can start to get in the hole if you keep missing these extra points.
Yeah, that's going to be key, especially given Harpersad's efficiency. However, this time buying time is the very mobile Arnaud Desjardins, and he throws a ball that's knocked away by Cheyenne Stewart. 14-12, the seconds falling off the clock, and now it looks like he'll have 6 plays before the start of this play. So Wrecking Crew, one last chance to put some points on the board before the half. Harpersad ready, catches the snap high. He had Kusai over the middle of the field. He decides to throw to the sideline, little high, incomplete.
Yeah, that was there. Try to take away a chunk of the field on the first play. Not a bad decision.
5 plays still, so not much of a loss on first down. Worst case, you can bring it down to 3 plays, punt it, and leave a play for Moss City. But I think their best bet is going to be to try and get some consistent yards and have 2 or 3 shots at the end zone.
Yeah, I think as an offense, under no circumstances you ever want to turn the ball over here, even on downs. So I fully suspect Harpersad to take something over the middle, maybe go to a quick slant or an out.
Harpersad scans the defense, receives the snap, looks over the middle of the field, nothing there.
Wow.
Again, he had Kevin Kusai open right in front of him, takes the sack instead. Benjamin Natili, huge sack for Moss City.
Yeah, I mean, if Moss City has a chance to score before the end of the half, it's a different game.
Do you remember who gets the ball back to start the
I believe it's Wrecking Crew.
I believe so. So it's not the worst. However, if you score here and then score to start the drive,
yeah, Moss City needed to come up with a big defensive stop here, and looks good so far.
It does, and now Harpersad standing in his end zone needs to make a play. Natili waiting. He's breaking on him. Harpersad has a guy in the middle of the field, but overthrows him, intercepted. Worst case scenario just happened for Wrecking Crew. Ball intercepted, but he's going to finally be deflagged after a flag guard penalty is called, however. That ball intercepted by Francois Laramie. And Laramie, in the season, again, 8 touchdowns, but effective on defense as well. And that's, I think, Moss City's greatest strength, Corey, wouldn't you say? Their ability, all the guys to be able to play both ways and be effective.
Yeah, definitely. Laramie has been kind of quiet to start the game so far, but it's good to see him get a stamp on the first half.
How do you find all these athletes? Oh, yeah, be young people. That's the way to do it. And we're seeing it with Moss City. Again, just being able to be all over the field. He catches, thrown again over to the middle of the field. Benoit Vanier with the catch. Another wonderful ball delivered by Arnaud Desjardins. And you know what? They're down, but he seems calm.
Yeah, I think anytime you can get an interception, no matter when it is, get an extra possession, it's going to be huge for your team. I mean, now they have 2-3 plays to score, and it's much easier playing with a lead than being down.
It is blown in. 0's on the clock. Arnaud Desjardins making sure he gets the play call to his receivers. And again, what's most interesting is not seeing a ton of changes on the defense by Wrecking Crew. Desjardins gets a snap, looking to beat the rusher, goes left, spins back right, beats him a 3rd time, beats a diving Josh Levine, and is taken out. But he seems to have now positioned himself just outside the red zone.
Yeah, you had the feeling that he would break one of those at some point, and he couldn't have picked a better time.
Absolutely, and that's something that Wrecking Crews have to watch. And in fact, not only the fact that the rusher was beaten, but Josh Levine broke on it early. If he continues to do that, at some point they're going to take shots over the top of the defense.
You can tell Wrecking Crews talks about that, though. They're all eyeing him in the back of the field.
They seem more worried about him running than him attacking the second level.
Exactly.
Also, when you see trips, are you surprised that Wrecking Crews not changing from 4-1?
No, it's what they're comfortable with.
Ball snap. Desjardins steps back, delivers to the cone. Cheyenne Stewart does a great job defending, but it's called a touchdown. And it is in once again. It is now 18-14 for Moss City. They take the lead for the first time in the game.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, Wrecking Crew kind of let them get back into this game. They had the chance to go up 2 scores, and now Moss City's up by 4.
Absolutely. He caught it. He brought both feet together, inbounds. Looks to be a catch to me. Looks to be a great call by the official. Now Wrecking Crew sets up to defend here. A 4-point lead, I would imagine. What would you do here, Corey? Go for 2, go for 1?
Here you go for 2. You got to try to be up by 6. I think last time I'd probably go for 1. This time I go for 2, but it looks like they're going to go for 1.
Yeah, where they do appear to be athletic, they appear to be failing mathematically. So Moss City setting up, perhaps just not comfortable going for 2 after that attempt. And they'll attempt to take a 5-point lead. Arnaud Desjardins holding the ball slightly too long, but delivering a strike to Benjamin Attili that he's unable to haul in.
Man, that middle of the field was wide open again.
Absolutely. 18-14, however, that was the last play of the half. The zeros on the clock. Plays have concluded. 18-14. Corey, this is what we wanted in the Division 5B finals. A game perhaps without some fireworks to start, but still just really smart back and forth play, and it's been close the entire way.
Yeah, even though the teams haven't played yet this season, they seem to know the other team's strengths, and they seem to have read up on their opponent. So it does get the feeling of a chess match for sure.
And what adjustments do you think that Wrecking Crew's defense can make in the second half?
Just play a little bit more aggressive. I think that the Moss City offense is taking advantage of timed routes, especially you saw there towards the end with Provencher. Quick outs, quick hooks. But I think they just need to surprise them a little bit more. Get out of the 4-1, make life a little bit more difficult for Arnaud Desjardins to figure out what they're doing.
Well, that's the thing. Arnaud Desjardins attacking in the middle and seeing the 4-1, going to trips. Trips, of course, makes 4-1 very difficult because you automatically have a 2-on-1 and a defender on the other side of the field who's basically guarding grass. So it's very challenging. They need to be able to audible to something quickly as soon as they see trips. And then, aside from that, you can't give him the same look every play. He's simply too smart a quarterback. And we're seeing that. He's had, in this game, he's 9 for 14, 3 touchdowns already, giving up to 2 sacks like we said, but still, overall, very efficient game by Arnaud Desjardins.
Yeah, I mean, I think the style is play with his style of play. He plays a riskier kind of game. That he doesn't mind taking a sack or 2 if he knows that he's going to break one later in the game, and that's what he showed in the first half.
Stephen Harpersad, almost as efficient, 8 for 14, 2 touchdowns, however, threw the interception late. And I got an awesome note here from stat keeper Jim Colethris, who writes, Josh Levine, 1 catch, ? So are you surprised as well that he hasn't been more involved in this game?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd like to see Josh Levine maybe put into a more favorable matchup, although Provencher seems to be playing off of him and letting him catch underneath. But I'm surprised Wrecking Crew isn't taking advantage of that. They like the underneath stuff. So, I mean, you saw when they wanted to take a risk, it backfired. So maybe we'll see them a little bit more calm, cool, and collective here in the second half.
And just a mistimed risk as well by Wrecking Crew. Just not a lot to gain
exactly
in that specific circumstance. Wrecking Crew does, however, start with the ball, so we'll see if they've made that adjustment early on. Stephen Harpersad is as smart a quarterback as they come, so I'm sure he's had his adjustments made. And we'll see how that impacts the game in the second half.
I'd like to see them take a shot deep right away.
There's a good chance they will. Harpersad, that's not his strength, but if you leave a receiver open, he'll hit him. Harpersad gets the ball, looks immediately to his right, delivers that strike to Cheyenne Stewart, but we talked about the adjustments. Moss City already getting more aggressive. Olivier Surrey knocking the ball down. Olivier Surrey, by the way, not a guy we talk about a lot because he's a guy who plays mostly defense, but 3 interceptions in the playoffs. He had 3 interceptions in the regular season. 2 of them were defensive touchdowns, and you can see why that happens just the way he broke in the ball.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went there. Moss City's been showing that they play their halves a little bit deeper than their corners. Corners like to jump stuff.
And Harpersad looks there again. This time delivers deep to Cheyenne Stewart, but the ball played beautifully by the defender and Oliver Surrey once again. It just seems to be a bizarre place to be attacking when they have their best defender there.
Yeah, maybe he wants to stay away from the middle of the field now. Moss City already burned him once, so he's trying to hit the outside. But Moss City seems to have everything covered.
And then on the other side, Bruno Provencher playing inside technique, and they're seemingly not even looking on the sideline. So a bit of a questionable start for Stephen Harpersad, but this is a key down. This will show us how well focused he is in the second half, as it is 3rd down and 10. Kevin Kusai looking back to get one last instruction. He readies for the snap.
If they have everyone going right, Kevin Kusai will be open on his left.
Harpersad delivers to that sideline. As we just discussed, he goes upfield. And that's the thing about Harpersad. You can give him something, and he might not take it right away, but if he sees it just like we did, he's going to go back to it.
Yeah, it's to me, I don't know. It's another example of Provencher just playing off and giving the guy yards in front of him, and Harpersad's taking advantage.
But it's not just off; he's also inside.
Yeah.
So as long as the ball's on the sideline, it's the safest throw, and it's the easiest throw to make. Harpersad scanning the field once again. He's looked over there. Now it gets Benjamin Tilly to jump offside. Has forever to complete a pass. He didn't because it ended. The play took so long to develop that Cheyenne Stewart and Vincent Blunden ended up in the exact same spot.
Yeah, that's too bad. The rusher was offside there. He should have been able to take advantage.
That was Charlie Levy, not Vincent Blunden. Again, the white on the orange without the outline. It's been murder on my eyes all game. Wrecking Crew, I hate you a little bit. Kevin Kasai marching back to his spot at snap. Base formation once again for Wrecking Crew. Just over 19 minutes left in the second half. Harpersad gets the ball immediately, moving the pocket, connecting with Kevin Kasai. Kevin Kasai still has his belt on miraculously. He spins. That needs to be an illegal belt. There's no way. For the moment, however, it's a touchdown. The belt is not illegal. The touchdown stands. Golden Face, this makes it personal.
Yeah, I was surprised they kind of came to that. It didn't look like it would get much, and that broke away for a touchdown.
And well, that's the thing. Just get the ball to your receivers and let them make good plays. One of the things we discussed in Division 6 final was Harpersad's ability to move the pocket, not really roll out, but take 2 or 3 steps and completely change the throwing window and get him away from the rusher. We saw that on that play. Now on the convert, it is 20-18. Wrecking Crew with the lead. Kasai snaps, delivers, looks to his right, pumps, delivers over the rusher despite the contact. Cheyenne Stewart making the catch. Tight catch. Great catch. Cheyenne Stewart. The crowd seems to be screaming defense, ironically.
I think Moss City's fine, though. They know that Wrecking Crew is going to be able to score on them. They can't get down on themselves here.
Absolutely. Although the body language does seem a little bit in despair from
Yeah,
Moss City.
that's one of the reasons why I'm pointing it out. I don't know why. It's almost like they expect the other team not to score.
Well, they've been a great defense all season long, so maybe that's why. It is, however, 21-18 in favor of Wrecking Crew. The boys in orange, they're as easy, looking as clean as a creamsicle, despite now Moss City with the ball on the 1 yard line, throwing the ball into the slot. It is caught and quickly deflagged. Great catch on the from the slot. Olivier Sir now making his presence felt on offense.
Yeah, you can tell the safety's moving over to Provencher's side a little bit. So I'd love to see Arnaud Desjardins take advantage of that left side over here.
It's look. These are two quarterbacks that you can't divulge a lot of information to. And again, we're seeing that 4-1, but safety perhaps sneaking up, changing the defense actually. And it doesn't change much because they complete the pass to the right side, this time Bruno Provencher.
It's been an excellent matchup back and forth between Stewart and Provencher. It's too bad Stewart's not on the other side on offense too. What's
interesting here is we saw showing 4-1, sliding into cover 2, and then having someone jump onto the snapper. And we saw Desjardins' first look was to the snapper, and now Vanier delivering the ball on a snap to his quarterback again. Hook and go this time to Provencher. He catches it. It looks like he's in, and that is a touchdown for Bruno Provencher. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. It's a touchdown.
That's just too easy right there.
I mean, the thing is, Cheyenne Stewart couldn't have defended that a lot better. It was just a perfect pass by Arnaud Desjardins.
He's not really moving his feet. He's standing at about 10 yards and thinking that he could be more athletic when the ball's in the air, and he's been burned 3 times now.
It looks like that may be challenged. It will be challenged. Although from my angle, and we have the benefit of having all these angles in front of us, I think he was in. I don't see the ball moving at all in his hand. That's what that first replay will show us. The referees will use a couple of different looks to make the call now that it's in replay. We see the hook, we see him bite, and we see him go up to make the catch. Eagle slowing it down for us. I see both feet in, and then the knee come out of bounds. That's what I see anyway, yeah. How do you see it, Corey?
I see exactly that. I'm actually just learning that we're able to challenge and have instant replays.
That's
that's
new as
cool.
of last season.
There you
go. Each team gets one challenge, of course. This is going to be Moss City's challenge. I believe now they'll lose their final timeout as well. Sorry, no, Wrecking Crew challenge. So that won't be the case at all. I just lied. Sorry about that.
Do they get a second one if they win the challenge?
They keep their timeout if they win the challenge, but they do not. It is confirmed. It is a touchdown. To your point, we talked about Cheyenne Stewart in the podcast. And one of the things we said is he's a great defender, but at times he does sort of dog it a little bit. He does think he's always the best athlete, and he won't be because Bruno Provencher is just as good as he is.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a great look when you're getting burned 3 times because of a quote-unquote lazy effort, and that's the word that he has on the back of his jersey.
Number 1, lazy, right?
Yep.
And hopefully we'll get a more hard-working effort from him. He's a phenomenal player. So if he just turns it up to 11 a little bit, we'll see a better matchup in the rest of the game. Arnaud Desjardins looking left, had a receiver, oddly placed, just a tough place to catch the ball, and they keep a 24-21 lead. Corey, you said early that these converts are going to hurt them. Right now, they're 0 for 4 on converts. How do you think that'll affect them moving forward?
Well, look, Wrecking Crew scored 3 times, and they're only down 3 to 4 touchdown game from Moss City. So if they score and get a quick 2-pointer, it's a whole different game.
In my first season of FPF, we tied a game where we scored more touchdowns than the other team because they had completed every convert. We didn't complete a single convert.
That happened to me this season with the Mavericks, actually. We tied 30-30, and we had scored 4 touchdowns to their 5.
My tie was exactly 30-30 as well.
There
so
you go.
It can't happen, folks. No ties tonight, however, of course, because it is the FPF Championship. Stephen Harper ready on 1st and 10. Catches the ball, delivers a strike once again. And, man, nobody can tackle on Moss City, as it turns out. They are the ones being mossed, this time by Josh Levine.
Yeah, we have Miss Cleo GM over here. Maybe Hariprasad heard what he said and going to try to utilize Josh Levine a little bit more.
Yeah, it looks like it. It seems like everything we say, Hariprasad's got it in his ears, and he immediately implements it right after we talk about it. So let's take credit for how well he's playing, because it's not him, it's us.
Yeah, for those listening, he doesn't actually have a mic in his ear, though.
Hariprasad scanning the defense, casually as he tends to. Receives the snap, looks to his right, delivers quickly to Kevin Kusai. And this time, however, Moss City gang tackles Kevin Kusai, not willing to take a chance again. Hariprasad managing the situation about as well as one could hope for.
Yeah, you can tell that was planned because Ivan Arredondo basically didn't even run a route. He almost set a pick. He ran a little bit and then stopped moving. So that was planned right from the huddle. Yeah,
it's the smart play calling of Stephen Hariprasad in full effect here. He's just great at managing a game, great at calling plays, great at delivering the ball, very good on so many levels. It doesn't look the part necessarily the way his counterpart does, but he's going toe-to-toe with Arnaud Desjardins. Ball caught, delivered quickly to Kevin Kusai. Kevin Kusai makes a spin inside, and he is deflagged, but he does have the first down. It is 1st and goal, Wrecking Crew.
Was that a shot on older, smaller quarterbacks there, Pease?
I have nothing but respect for Stephen Hariprasad. From his first day in league, I said, this guy calls the same game I do, except he's good. You know what I mean? Like, he calls a lot of floods, he calls a lot of in-breaking routes, but he's just so good at delivering it, and he uses all of his skill sets to the maximum ability.
Yeah, I've gotten the chance to know him this year. He's really dedicated to FPF.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good guy. He catches the ball. The ball thrown outside on a smash at the Cheyenne Stewart. These guys play in another league. Not quite as competitive, not quite as big as FPF, Montreal Football League. Louis here before that. And it played on a much narrower and longer field. And when I spoke to Stephen before the game in our interview, he told me, he said, coming to this wider field made everyone feel so much more open. And that's one of the things we see is the concepts really just open up for him.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I've never played on a smaller field, but
Hariprasad catches the ball, looks to his left. Josh Levine, we said it. You gotta start going there. Diving Benoit Vanier, unable to make the stop.
There's a flag.
It's caught, and we'll see. It seems to be
Looks
interference.
like rush interference.
Yeah, rush interference on Wrecking Crew. So take those points off the board. Josh Levine, your efforts are for naught. We're seeing this on the replay now. Kevin Kusai did try to get out of the way, but Benjamin Detilly so quick If you're Kevin Kusai at that point, you played snapper, I played snapper. You can't ever get called for that in the finals.
Yeah, no, you have to avoid it.
You need to know the rushers.
It's better to take yourself out of the play.
Kevin Kusai wiping his forehead despite having his headband on his neck. Apparently he's worried about his chest getting full of sweat. Harborside getting the ball delivered to Cheyenne Stewart over the middle. Cheyenne Stewart spins but quickly deflagged by Benoit Vanier. Ready to make a play this time.
I think they're going to go right back to Josh Levine right here.
You'd hope so, because that was so open for him last time.
Trying
right?
to pull a Tony Romo.
Well, if you can do it, let's see if he does it. You've been to Tony Romo in this game, though. Every little bit of advice you've given Stephen Harpersad, he's implemented it. So he's seeing the game the same way you are. And again, you see inside tech by Benoit Vanier. Let's see if Josh Levine can take advantage.
Yeah, if Josh Levine takes a step inside and goes
it's
out,
over.
Yeah.
Stephen Harpersad catches the ball, but Benoit Vanier shifted outside. Really smart play. Kevin Kusai catches the ball. His second touchdown of the game. I can't believe it. I can't even believe he's not benched yet. Scores his second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, great play by Harpersad. The halfback basically had to pick between Kusai and Levine, and basically stayed still, and Harpersad had an easy throw for a touchdown.
And the thing is, like, I saw something that, I mean, this is probably why Stephen Harpersad's a better quarterback than I am. I saw the inside tech. I said, Josh Levine's going out. Easy touchdown. He immediately shifted on the snap, thus leaving Kevin Kusai wide open. But, man, the discipline on Stephen Harpersad to come off that initial read and go back and throw to the snapper as a second read is not the easiest throw to make.
No, and it's so subtle, but that quick look to Levine freezes that defender.
Absolutely. Harpersad looking over the middle, this time delivering to Josh Levine, back of the end zone. Benoit Vanier and man cannot keep up. They can't keep running man if Benoit Vanier is going to be on Josh Levine.
I bet Harpersad could throw that blindfolded. That I don't even think he saw him. He knows that
Put in the
timing
area?
so well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Those two have played together, like I said, going back to their days in Louis C. League for years. For about as long as we've played FPF, they've played together, whether it's in FPF or in other leagues. So you're right. They have that timing down.
Yeah.
Now 28-24. Arnaud Desjardins looking to run. Wrecking Crew not concerned about the throw over their heads, and Arnaud Desjardins is not giving them a reason to. 9.5 minutes left in the game. What do you think Moss City should look to do?
I mean, hey, keep hitting Provencher. It's been working, but interestingly enough, Wrecking Crew switched up the defense. They have Stewart playing safety, and they have
It looks to
number
be
10 shifted over to
Xavier Eldon.
Provencher.
Eldon, my favorite guy.
There you go. Sorry about that, Xavier.
Ball snap, delivered to the outside. Eldon closing in, fighting to make the tackle. He gets it. Bruno Provencher makes a catch, and it looks to be a first down for Moss City. Do you like that move, moving Cheyenne Stewart to the middle?
No, I'm not crazy about it. I think he'd be better served maybe covering short, maybe over the middle. But when I say middle, I mean like the shorter middle, snapper, slot receivers.
Mm-hmm.
He's been getting beat over the top all game, so I don't know what the logic is here.
And Benoit Vanier open in the middle, but still they're going to throw to the outside to Benjamin Natili. Once again, the deep throws, it looks to be Arnaud Desjardins trying to be very safe, throwing it into the wall.
Yeah, it seems like they love to put Provencher on a hook, and then they'll quickly come back to a hook and go. So who knows? Maybe that'll happen for the third time.
Maybe, but we'll see, because now Xavier Eldon looking to be locking that up, and we have. But to me, you gotta go to Benoit Vanier right here, right? Like Cheyenne Stewart's 15 yards away.
Yeah, agreed.
There we go. Who's Tony Romo now? Corey Wolowski. I know that you're a narwhal, but I'm still special. Narwhal's a beautiful creature, by the way. Truly is. Sea unicorn.
With how slowly Cheyenne Stewart's moving, I mean, that's going to be there too.
And that's the thing is, it's such a chance for him to bait the quarterback and break down on it. And like literally, if he does it once, it could be a pick six. You know, if he crashes and then two other people drop, it's something that could create a huge opportunity for Wrecking Crew. But yet they seem to be happy letting Moss City take small chunks of yards at a time. Desjardins rolls left, looks right, backs up, throws into the ground, but it is caught
big first
seemingly
down.
for a first down by Benoit Vanier. I've said his name I've said his names more often than I've said when I was going to Vanier. You know, he's been open all game. He's doing a great job. While he's struggled on defense, he's been doing nothing but making huge plays on offense.
Yeah, I mean, Wrecking Crew's giving it to them. The middle of the field's open, so why not just keep taking advantage?
Moss City, they've had a great run through this playoff season. They're looking to complete it. Now 28-24, 6 minutes and 50 seconds left. Looking left on a smash out. Ball thrown too high by Arnaud Desjardins. Should have been an easy touchdown. Incomplete instead. I really thought that was going to be the one.
Still first down, now second down. I think I'd be surprised if they don't look to Provencher at least once.
He's been their guy, and we've talked about it. Having 6 touchdowns now after today, matching that of Benjamin Detillier. He had a huge regular season as well, 10 touchdowns, 34 catches, 434 yards. Desjardins looking, this time the smash out goes to Desjardins. He fights off the defender. Xavier Eldon, Xavier fall down.
Yeah,
catch.
Huge play on defense there.
Absolutely. Kept him just out of the end zone. I can't see what down that is. Let's say it's third.
It is third.
Nice. Thank you, Corey Wolski, for having better eyesight than I do.
Trying to keep track here.
It's been a hectic game, though, right? So it's been fast-paced. Guys have been making plays in tight windows, so we'll see.
I think they need to take advantage of the middle here.
It looks like it. He's rolling out,
there you
pitches
go.
it. This time, Benoit Vanier, he gets in, he scores. Cheyenne Stewart, sadly, handing the flag back to Benoit Vanier.
It's a shame. He's such a great player, but he's really getting picked on today.
And it's weird. He just doesn't seem checked into the game.
No.
And this is the worst time for him to not be there mentally. Now 30-28 in favor of Moss City. 5 minutes and 15 seconds just clicked off the clock. Time still moving. Moss City in a favorable position. They likely have time here. Score the convert. Even no matter what happens, they'll probably get the ball back before the end of the game.
Yeah.
Ball snap. The cross comes in. Ball thrown.
A little bit too far.
It's been unfortunate because he's had that smash out on the goal line from that wideout. And Arnaud Desjardins has been unable to complete it. And Arnaud Desjardins has got such great mechanics, you figure there'll be an easy throw for him.
I mean, it's not for an extra point. It's not the end of the world. I think he's just trying to avoid throwing that interception and having it come back the other way. It's not if he's going to miss, he needs to miss out like he just did. It'll be interesting to see if Wrecking Crew comes down and scores if they go for 2 here.
And just again, now we see sort of the body language of Wrecking Crew completely shifted, and they look as in despair as Moss City was a second ago. Stephen Harpersad chill as always, though.
Roller coaster of emotions, please.
Harpersad catches the ball, looking right immediately. Throw it to Cheyenne Stewart, trying to get him into the game. He catches it, and it appears to be a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to need him to get better before the game finishes here, whether it's on offense or defense.
But that's smart by Stephen Harpersad. You know the guy's maybe a little checked out. Go to him. You know he just got beat for a touchdown, earlier. Find a way to get him into the game.
He'll be the most motivated to try to pick it up a little bit.
Absolutely.
At least he should be.
Second down and 3. Benjamin Detillier ready to put his pressure on Stephen Harpersad. Harpersad checking the play like he's checking the time. Looking right. Goes over the middle. It is contested, but it is caught. Can't see who made that catch.
Josh Levine.
Josh Levine made that catch. And again, he's the guy we've begged him to go to. He started to get more involved in the second half. Harpersad made 3 looks in that play. Looked right, looked left, came back over the middle. That's impressive against the quick rush of Benjamin Detillier.
Yeah, I think that was designed. I mean, he had no interest in throwing it anywhere else. It looked like he planned to come back that entire time.
So just look-offs to get his guy open the middle?
I don't think it was a second or third read.
Smart play design then by Stephen Harpersad as he goes to meet Kevin Kusai. They have a quick conversation. Moss City, again, showing the same looks they've been showing in the second half. Stephen Harpersad rolling to his right. He makes a move, but Detillier's such a good rusher. He's not going to get beat by that too often.
No, definitely not. And I think if Moss City can take away the first and second read of Harpersad, it gives Detillier a huge chance to stifle them a little.
So now it appears to be second down. Do we think he's saving that sideline attack on Provencher for like a third or fourth down? Is that why he's not going to it more often?
No, I don't think so. I think this late in the game, down by 2, you're just trying to do whatever works. I don't think you're kind of keeping anything in the back pocket. I think you're just using whatever you can at that time.
Provencher has adjusted somewhat, still playing inside tech, but has gotten a little bit closer. looking to maybe be a little bit more aggressive this part of the game. Kevin Kusai makes the catch and is ridden out of bounds by a team of Moss City defenders. We saw Benoit Vanier making the flag on that one.
Yeah, I think if Vincent Blondin, they don't use him much on offense. I think if he just continues to run streaks down Provencher's side, it forces Provencher to take himself out of the play on defense. And I think Wrecking Crew are betting that they can beat the rest of the team.
And whether it's been Provencher, whether it's been Charlie Levy, when they've gone to that sideline, Provencher is just trying to take away the deep ball, so they've been able to complete passes there. But Harborside now looking to that side, but it's picked off by Benoit Vanier, undercutting the out to Josh Levine. Typically sound decision maker, Stephen Harborside making a bad decision, and we have a quick timeout by Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, he seemed to force that there. I don't know what he was thinking. That seemed to be covered the entire way.
And I think he made that throw in the huddle. I think he said, I'm going to go for the first down here to Josh. And Benoit Vanier, we saw him try to do that in the red zone, unable to keep up. This time he said, you know what, I've been getting burned, I don't care, I'm making this play.
Yeah, I think Provencher has his name all over the stat sheet, but Benoit Vanier has made big plays when he's needed to.
Absolutely, and it hasn't been a perfect game, especially on defense, but on offense has been absolutely a monster, and then on defense making that key play, that's been great. Now 1st and 10, 30-28, 1 minute 1 seconds left in the game. Desjardins rolling left, looks right. Everyone on Moss City finally break on him, and then he did the thing. He did the thing we said he had to do. Yep. Connects with Benoit Vanier, and Wrecking Crew now just can't collapse on him the way they have been.
No, exactly. Interestingly enough, because of the extra points, though, if Moss City scores, Wrecking Crew's not completely out of it.
Yeah, I know, it's bizarre, right? You would figure this would be the closeout drive for Moss City, but it might not be. It might actually be something that puts them that still keeps Wrecking Crew in contention. And if they return the convert for like a 1 point, like a pick one, then they can actually lose the game.
They can. Kevin Kusai's on the sidelines doing some coaching, stepping onto the field, trying to talk to his guys.
The ball thrown real quick. And Kevin Kusai, an FPF junior coach, he knows the game very well. He's a guy I like to tease, but he's a really good dude, and he has got his team this far.
Yeah, you can tell just how relaxed Moss City is. They're just taking what the Wrecking Crew defense is giving them. No turnovers. Arno's playing smart with the ball.
With 30.2 seconds on the official game clock, it is 30-28. Wrecking Crew has taken their final timeout. Although I thought they lost the timeout by challenging the touchdown. Apparently, you don't lose a timeout for that, is what I'm being told.
Either way, that would only be one timeout. That's the second, right?
But they just took two now, back to back.
Oh, okay.
Moss City.
Now, if you're Wrecking Crew, do you think about letting them score?
Only if you're sure you can stop the convert, because it's still a heck of a risk. That out finally completed on the left sideline by Arnaud Desjardins. Great throw that time. Put it where only his guy can get it.
Yeah, if I'm Wrecking Crew, I let him roll in the end zone there. I think Moss City, they haven't scored one extra point all game, have they? No, they haven't. So I think you got to let them score. Get an extra couple plays on offense.
Well, now definitely, now that we're in 6-play territory, it's exactly 6 plays left in the game as we see the final seconds fall off the clock. And Moss City takes a timeout. Will they come back to 5 plays? Yeah, they'll come. So he's like, that's a smart play by Moss City.
Wow.
By taking a timeout, it removes a play from the game. Really intelligent game clock management.
Yeah, I've been playing a few years now, and I don't know if I would have thought of that.
Yeah, it's something I saw a couple of years ago. I was like, what, that you can do that? And just confirming it now with our referee in the booth, Jack Nudie, and of course our producer, Eagle, at Master Control. They're coming back to 5 plays. Benoit Vanier looking to snap the ball, and Arnaud Desjardins whispering sweet nothings into his ear. Desjardins gets the snap, looks to his right, delivers to the back of the end zone. It is caught. It is a touchdown. We now have the scenario we've been discussing.
There you go.
And so now
8-point lead.
8-point lead for Moss City. They need to make a convert to end the game. If Wrecking Crew returns this convert for a score, the Wrecking Crew has a chance to win the game. If Wrecking Crew stops it, they have a chance to tie the game. This is absolutely the best case scenario from a content standpoint.
Yep.
Medium case scenario for Moss City, and worst case scenario for Wrecking Crew.
think Levine or Cheyenne Stewart picks one off here and returns it?
It would have to be one of those two. Those are the only two that can make it to the end zone, I think, from here.
I think Eldon maybe too.
Maybe Eldon, unless he's fall down again. Which case we'll see. Desjardins gets a snap, looks over the middle. There seems to be a penalty.
Interference on the rusher? Oh, offside, false start.
Yeah, false start on Moss City. So, this prolongs the excitement. I'm excited. They can decline the extra point, Eagle points out, but if they decline the extra point, it keeps it as a one-score game. So you don't want to do that in this case, because if you can make it a 9-point game or a 10-point game, the game is essentially over.
Now becomes a riskier 1-point conversion.
Definitely becomes a riskier conversion, however.
Arnaud Desjardins talking in the huddle here.
Just congratulating Brad Evans, but I'll need to do so once I'm off air. Nice to see him win his first championship in FPF here today. But now we've moved on to Division 5B. Arnaud Desjardins breaking the huddle.
I think they're going to do a quick hook to Provencher over here.
They might.
Oh.
He has an in. The in is open to Provencher. Everyone collides. Flags fly. What's the call, however? Is he in?
That'll be interesting. If it's 1 point, it's game over.
Yep. And I can finally stop broadcasting. It's my 4th straight hour. My voice is. I've been sick for a week. We've had to deal with. It's it. The game's over. Convert's completed.
I think we're just going to go through the motions
Yeah,
right now.
we are. And this is always the saddest drive of a game.
Yeah.
When you just saw the game slip away from you. That's just really unfortunate for Wrecking Crew. Weird mistakes at the end of the game on offense and defense.
Yeah, I think, Harper just forced a couple too many, and Moss City made him pay. I think a lot of us kind of predicted that the athleticism of Moss City would catch Wrecking Crew by surprise a little bit, and here we are.
37-28, 9-point lead. Again, the game ostensibly over. Corey, who do you give your MVP to?
I think you have to give it to Provencher. He's just his presence on the field on offense really kind of sealed the deal for Moss City.
Provencher, absolutely big time game, and then we saw Arnaud Desjardins as well having just a great game, especially in the second half. But Benoit Vanier, it doesn't necessarily appear on the stat sheet, but gaining yards, getting first downs, extending the game. And whenever his quarterback was in trouble, Benoit Vanier was the guy to make the play, and he made the game-sealing interception in effect. Because, yes, they had to score at the end, but without that interception, Wrecking Crew was controlling the clock and the entire flow of the game.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think if there was an Unsung Hero award, Vanier is my vote easily. But I think MVP go to either Arnaud or Bruno.
Looks like it. Wrecking Crew, of course, getting ready to finish out the game. Of course, it's all academic from this point on. Ball snapped. Harper-Sod looking, delivers the ball to Kevin Kusai, who catches it in space but quickly deflagged by Benoit Vanier. Moss City is going to give up anything underneath anyway. We see Rob Campana on the sideline. The commissioner getting ready to give the commissioner's trophy to the Division 5B champions, which will be Moss City. Their second championship in as many seasons in FPF. Really one of the rising teams in FPF. Where do you think they'll land next season?
Wouldn't shock me to see them in either 5A or 4B, depending on how the ratings go this adjustment season. But, they definitely have the athletes to compete with teams in higher divisions, so it'll be interesting to see.
Harper-Sod looking right, delivers over Kasai, deflected by Kasai, and it looked as though that ball was trying to make its way to the sideline. Arredondo unable to pull it in.
Yeah, I think he's giving him a few extra catches here to get him onto the stat sheet a little bit more.
Yeah, at this point, just try and cheer up your boys a little bit.
Yep.
It's about as far as they could have come. Unfortunately for Wrecking Crew, a miraculous season. The Division 5 curse continues, Corey. Going 10-0 to the playoffs has been the kiss of death for many Division 5 teams, including yours truly. The ball delivered to Josh Levine on a perfect wheel route. Where was that whole game? A wonderful throw by Stephen Harper-Sod. Too little, too late. Great touchdown catch by Josh Levine, however.
Yeah, at least he got his touchdown, but I don't think he'll be too happy about it.
Absolutely. Now this game done essentially. There's nothing more we could say really. How impressed are you with how Moss City handled the adversity being down early?
I'm impressed. I kind of expected it though. They came out here with a plan. Arnaud Desjardins knew what to expect from Wrecking Crew, and I think they just executed better than Wrecking Crew today.
Harpersad catches the snap, looks to his right, delivers a strike, but the strike is to the defender. Classy move by Oliver Surrey, intercepting an errant throw, but he kneels down to end the game. Nothing more to gain at this point.
Yeah, excellent performance by Moss City. It's a very well-deserved championship.
Did you feel coming to this game that even though Wrecking Crew were 10-0, Moss City might have been the favorites?
Yeah, I definitely got that sense. I mean, in my article that I released today, I predicted Moss City to win, and the game was kind of exactly how I expected it. Maybe one less interception by Harpersad, but no, Moss City came to town with the athletes that they have, and they got the win.
Corey, I've been reading your articles all season long. You've been an amazing addition to the media team. I missed your article today. Having to prep for having to prep for 4 play-by-play games. I've been on radio silence for a couple of days. But I do want to congratulate Wrecking Crew, a 37-34 game that did not end nearly as close as it looks. And we go down to Rob Campana, ready to present the trophy.
Guys, donc félicitations pour leur deuxième championnat dans 2 saisons dans notre ligue. Alors, je vous présente au capitaine Benoît Vanier le trophée championnat D2. 5B. Et GM va présenter l'MVP.
Félicitations aussi, Finals MVP, Benoît Vanier.
Yeah, like so when you see me winding down. And now we see the MVP trophy being presented to Benoît Vanier, the unsung hero as we described. Really happy to see. Usually goes to the guys with all the touchdowns or the quarterbacks. The safest thing to do is always give it to the championship quarterback. But Benoît Vanier moving the chains all game long. You're gonna hear him speak to GM Colecchio very soon. But honestly, he had the game-sealing interception, as I talked with Corey about, and he had the amazing game where he constantly was moving the chains for his offense. That's all you can hope for from a snapper. Now we see the trophy's been presented, the T-shirts have been given out. Moss City posing for their final picture of the 2018 season. This is, of course, when we all post for pictures in week 2 or 3. We hope to be taking this picture at the road show, and Moss City have done so. GM Calethris looking to call over Benoît Vanier, who's ready to speak to our on-field analyst, GM Calethris.
Benoît Vanier, deuxième championnat, playoff MVP. Félicitations. Décris-moi ta interception, le changement du jeu.
Oui, c'est toujours en fonction du jeu. Donc, on a toujours essayé d'avoir avec des coverages différents puis de changer en fonction du match. Donc, c'est vraiment sur le coverage. Donc, shout-out au défensif, Youssef Cassette qui a collé le jeu là-dessus.
Parfait. Deuxième championnat, retournez-vous cet été ou l'hiver prochain?
On ne le sait pas encore pour cet été. On essaierait peut-être cet automne ou l'hiver prochain. Donc, pour la division, on ne le sait pas encore.
Parfait, merci. Félicitations. Peace, back up to you.
Thank you, GM. So there we have it, 37-34. We have Craig O'Brien on the field, really enjoying the FPF atmosphere. He's switched from stripes to jersey, of course, but for the moment, the story is Moss City winning it 37-34. I'm your play-by-play, Pease Delarize, and for Corey Wolowski. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Once again, your Division 5B FPF Winter 18 champions, Moss City, they win 37-34 over Wrecking Crew.